welcome. Today we are going to talk about the movies.
Yes, because you love the movies.
That's right.
And you make them too.
And summer movie season is over, so we're now in August. We're in September, so we are into the autumn movie season. Now, as you know, summer movie season is all about the popcorn films, the fun films, the blockbusters, the action films.
Oh, the pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, and the superheroes.
The
But autumn, because it's coming close to the Oscar season, sometime in February and March.
It's a little bit more serious.
It's a little bit more serious.
Yes.
But
even the clothes get slightly more serious. I mean, the colors and everything,
dark,
fashion.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
okay, so we're going to tell you the 20 films that you should watch in the next 6 months. Roll the clip. Now, Quantum of Solace is the 22nd James Bond film. It's opening in Singapore on the 6th of November, and it'll be the second Bond performance by Daniel Craig. It'll be directed by Mark Foster, most famous for directing The Kite Runner.
Now, Bond must also stop the evil Dominic Green from staging a coup d'etat in Bolivia. Now, Bond also wants to avenge the death of his lover, Vesper Lynd, who was killed in the last film, Casino Royale. Expect another gripping thriller with gear, gadgets, and glamorous girls.
Alright, and the next film is a sweeping romantic adventure, Australia, set in the 40s. It stars Nicole Kidman as an English aristocrat who goes to Australia to sell her farm but ends up falling in love with Hugh Jackman.
It's directed by, surprise, surprise, Baz Luhrmann of Moulin Rouge fame. And with a whopping budget of $130 million, it is the most expensive Australian production ever. Opens this Christmas.
Next up is Twilight. Now this is the much anticipated horror romance about a 17-year-old girl who falls in love with a vampire. They love each other so much, in fact, that they are willing to die for each other.
And it's based on the book, very popular series, by Stephanie Meyers, which has sold millions of copies around the world. Also opening Christmas Day. Oh, he's hot.
Now, whether you like it or not, High School Musical 3 is coming to our theaters very soon.
We're all in this together.
The teeny bopper Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens will once again charm their way into millions of little girls and little boy hearts with their song and dance routines.
Are you calling me little?
Yeah. And you know, I have a young cousin who knows every lyric of every song in the last 2 films.
Even High School Musical 2?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Very popular.
Wow, he's cute.
Okay.
What was that?
And finally. Much closer to our taste, K-20, the Fiend with 20 Faces. It stars Takeshi Kaneshiro as a master criminal who uses a variety of disguises to battle all that's good in the world.
The story is based on a book by Edogawa Ranpo, the most famous mystery writer of Japan.
Yeah. Alright, which one do you want to see?
All?
Yep, they're going to be, they're set to be major blockbusters.
The last scene kind of looked a bit Batmanish, didn't you think?
Yeah, so, I mean, I think Japan is making superhero films now.
I know,
starting
it's like...
And with Takashi speaking in Japanese, playing a superhero, I think it's going to be...
He's hot, though, so it definitely will sell.
Right. Like we mentioned, this is the time where all the serious dramas are going to come out because they're going to vie for the Oscars.
So Australia will definitely be one in
Australia will be one of them, but there are films that are obviously Oscar bait. Now let's watch this clip.
And greedy, how do you expect me to operate? I did what I had to do.
Now, does director Ridley Scott go anywhere without Russell Crowe? After working with him on Gladiator, American Gangster, and A Good Year, Ridley has chosen Russell once again for his new film, Body of Lies.
Now, Russell plays a manipulative CIA boss who deliberately puts his agents in dangerous situations. Now, the action drama is said to be very dark.
Right.
And next up is The Road. It's a grim drama that's based on a Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Cormac McCarthy. It stars Viggo Mortensen as a father guiding his young son through a post-apocalyptic world full of stones and ashes.
Very, very dark. Now, the novel is also dark, and some would say too dark to be made into a film. But my guess is if the film works, it will work wonders. Cormac McCarthy, of course, wrote the novel No Country for Old Men, which was the basis of the movie that won 4 Oscars this year, so another Oscar contender for sure.
Now, also a possible nominee is The Duchess, starring Keira Knightley. She plays a beautiful duchess who is reviled by her society for having strong personality and an independent mind. Trapped in a bad marriage, she has an affair with another man.
Check out the hair, though. This story is based on the real-life Duchess of Devonshire, a woman clearly ahead of her time. My guess is Keira Knightley might just get a Best Actress nomination simply because there are so few outstanding roles for women in this year's slate of films.
Next up is Burn After Reading. Now, that's the first film from the brothers Joel and Ethan Coen since winning 3 Oscars earlier this year, including Best Picture for No Country for Old Men. Now, this time, however, they're turning their hands to a quirky comedy about a pair of dim-witted gym employees who try to extort a CIA agent.
Now, this looks more like a comedy, but if you know Joel and Ethan Coen, you know they're masters of quirky comedies, of course, like Fargo and Big Lebowski. Okay, potato. And also another good one, starring Brett.
A Revolutionary Road. Finally, the movie that every Titanic fan has been waiting for, Revolutionary Road. Now, this is the film that will reunite Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio in a drama about an unhappy marriage. They'll open in January 2009. So, are you waiting for this one? Do you like the idea of Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet back together again?
I'm not quite sure. She looks very old school, and he obviously is a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
He lost weight, for this role.
And it's a serious drama. Unlike the Titanic, which was like special effects and, sweeping romance, here is about a marriage crumbling. So
not quite sure how they will fare, actually. If I watch it, it's really only to see if they really work together as a good screen couple. They did pretty well in Titanic, but it did seem like a May-December kind of a... and I guess we'll have to see this one as well.
It's directed by Sam Mendes, who is her husband.
So
okay, now let's not neglect our Asian films.
Oh, we have really good Asian films coming up.
Yep, wow. And let's look at our top 5 picks for Asian films. Now that's action films. Sorry, that's the wrong clip. Okay,
yes, first.
My Magic, here it is. Now, this is the Eric film that premiered at the Cannes Film Festival earlier this year and received a 15-minute standing ovation. My Magic is the first Singapore film to compete for the top Cannes award, the Golden Palm, which is the Cannes equivalent of Best Picture.
Now, the Tamil film tells the story of an alcoholic magician and his struggles to repair his relationship with his son. So, local films, let's support them.
We're also excited about Painted Skin, based on a classic supernatural tale of a female vampire who eats the skins and hearts of her lovers.
Creepy.
Yeah, the film is directed by Gordon Chan and will star Donnie Yen, Cao Wei, and So Shun. It's set to open near the end of the year. Now, that is So Shun. I like classic supernatural, period movies like this. Okay, another film.
Well, this one based on a Chinese classic, Butterfly Lovers. The latest version stars Wu Zun and Charlene Choi as the star-crossed lovers who are only united after they die. Well, this one will definitely be big at the box office.
Yeah. Well, with Wu Zun and
Wu Zun
Charlene
and
Choi.
Charlene, it's, no question.
No question about it. I did like the last one, the one that was directed by Sui Hak. With Nikki Wu and... Okay, we're also excited about this one. The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. It's a Korean action comedy.
I love those.
Yes, that mixes elements of cowboy, westerns, slapstick comedies, and road movies. Now, The Good, the Bad, and the Weird follows 3 Korean outlaws fighting Japanese soldiers and Chinese bandits in the 1930s.
Now, this movie has become the highest grossing film of 2008 in Korea, so it looks set to conquer Singapore as well.
And finally,
the Cheat Your Money one. We're all psyched again, I don't know, for Redcliffe 2, the second half of John Woo's epic on Battle of Redcliffe. Finally, we'll actually get to see the crux, which is the battle, and we reckon it would be absolutely spectacular.
Yes. Okay, this one will also be a major hit, I suspect.
明天我们可能就会是
Do you think it'll be more of a hit because there was a part 1 and part 2?
Yeah, but I know people who were a little bit disappointed by part 1. They thought it was... But I think part 2 would be great. I mean, it's where all the action is. It's where the stuff
the movie essentially
that the guys want to see as well, all the fighting and stuff. So I'm pretty psyched. Okay, we've got 5 more movies to go, but we've got some time to talk.
Okay.
But tell me, which one do you really want to see?
K20.
K20 because of Takashi?
Not
Because he's such
just.
a huge fan?
I'm a huge fan of Takashi, but I also think that I would want to see how the Japanese carry it out, because they look like they're trying to make a superhero movie. You know, they look like they're trying to go gear toward the superhero movie, and I'm not sure how they're going to do it, whether it's going to be something more like a Hollywood thing, or whether it will come closer to, you know, the Chinese Hong Kong kind of thing. So,
well, the story is based on a story by Edogawa Rampo, who is he's a Japanese writer. He's very, very good, and he's one of my favorite writers, and I think the story alone will define the characteristics of the movie to a certain extent.
You know how a lot of people always say that, you know, print to screen is a different story altogether?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
What about you? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Twilight.
Yeah,
Because I like
I saw
and the vampire romance bit. I'm also looking forward to Painted Skin, the one with Cao Wei and So
Okay, that one creeped me out a bit.
Yeah.
But Twilight always reminds me, it's slightly of Blade, but like with more reality put in it.
And I love the good, the bad, and the weird. That's gonna be
that one looks
fantastic.
pretty cool. That does look cool. Well, you guys will definitely be catching all those, and let us know which ones you are looking forward to watching.
That's right. Now, we left the best for last. Next up, the 5 action films